Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we're looking at a pretty cool guy. It is the McFarlane DC Multiverse Barry Allen Flash from Speed Metal, which was a tie-in to Dark Knight's Death Metal. I do believe I've reviewed Dark Knight's Death Metal and Speed Metal on this channel, actually, if you want to check those out in our comic book review playlist. But yeah, this is Barry Allen's kind of Scott Snyder metal outfit. It's not my favorite. The color scheme is fine, you know, black and red, whatever. I just don't like the bare arms. It just kind of reminds me of the Dark Knight Strikes Back Flash with the black and the bare arms. And that wasn't my favorite look for the Flash. It's not the worst look for the Flash, but it wasn't my favorite look for the Flash, and it just kind of reminds me of that. Plus his head sculpt. His face looks so droopy to me. I don't know. He's also got sloppy paint on the chest here. Like there's a lot of white in the lightning bolt, and the white is like not thick enough so you can see the black through it, and the white also kind of bleeds out of the circle. Real sloppy paint on, you know, kind of the focus of the torso, but not sloppy paint anywhere. So, I mean, the design isn't McFarlane's fault. That's just, you know, from the comic. But the face sculpt and the paint on the chest is not great for me. But, you know, the rest of it looks good. The rest of the paint's real clean. I like the sculpt. They got all the little details down. It looks good. But so far, not my favorite. I have reviewed the gold label Dark Flash, as well as the Wallace West Kid Flash. That's from this wave. And I will be reviewing the other two from this wave and The Darkest Night, which is the Build-A-Figure. That's when the Batman Who Laughs sort of becomes Dr. Manhattan. It's pretty insane. But yeah, Barry here comes with his big old leggies. This guy's actually going to be bigger than I expected, which is good. Nice translucent leggies. You know I'm a sucker for translucent figures. I really like the Dark Multiverse characters and stuff, so I'm excited for that Build-A-Figure. He also comes with you know, an info card, cool trading card. I mean, I miss the comic art on the cards. This seems, I don't know, lazier to just slap a product shot on there. But it's shown with his accessories, and it is better than like the Batrocidus one, where he just kind of stands there. Or I think Godspeed's was like that too. Godspeed had a really boring one. But yeah, this is the read-up. Sorry, I saw it was talking about Jay Garrick at first, and I was like, is this the wrong read-up? But no, it is Barry's read-up. You can pause and read that if you would like, but I'm going to move on. He gets the regular kind of stand for non-flying characters that McFarlane throws in, which is good. So let's put those over here. He also has several energy effects for when he's running. 4 of them, as a matter of fact. I believe the larger ones are maybe, like the big thicker ones I think are for the legs. And the others are for the arms, I believe. They're pretty cool. I don't really display them with these effects, but they're still pretty cool to have. So yeah, let's take a look at his 22 points of articulation. Up and down on the head, you got the wobble, side to side on the head, and you got, you know, that kind of, it's not quite a butterfly joint, but this kind of joint in here. And they almost should have made it more the color of his skin, or maybe the red of the brace on his arm, because you can see where it's kind of like supposed to be a cut-off T right here. But since that's black, it's not really cut off, right? In and out on the arm, forward and back. You got the bicep swivel, double elbow bend, you know, forward and back on the wrist, rotation on the wrist. You got all the torso and waist movement you would expect. You got the rubber covering here so his butt doesn't hinder his leg going back. Leg also goes forward, you know, in and out. Double knee bend. Ow, I just pinched myself in the joint. Be careful doing that. But there's no boot or anything. You do, however, get up and down on his little feeties. You know, side to side with a little ankle pivot, which isn't the best on him. And then his little toesies go up. Peg holes on the bottom of the feet and all that jazz. But now let's get into size comparisons. So first up, we're going to compare him with the other figure from this wave that I have already reviewed, which would be Wallace West Kid Flash. Pretty cool. I think they look good together. I think Wallace is the better figure so far. He has more energy effects, and his paint and stuff's cleaner, and his sculpt is a little better. So I prefer the Wallace over the Barry here. And to show him with another McFarlane Speedster. Here he is with Godspeed, which was his first villain in Rebirth. Really love Godspeed, really love the Rebirth run. Pun intentional. Nice. Now let's show him with a DC Direct, move away from his own line. And here's a DC Essentials Superman. Yep, I think McFarlane has kind of brought back DC Direct, but did it really super need to come back? Who knows? Anyways, continuing. I think it's just because they didn't want to make new sculpts. I think that's why. And then lastly, I want to show him with an old Mattel. Here he is with the DC Universe Classics Sinestro Corps Cyborg Superman. Pretty cool. And, you know, when I review the Jay Garrick, who I'll probably do next, I'll show Jay Garrick with him and Wallace. And then I'll show Wally West with Garrick, Barry, and Wallace. And then when I review The Darkest Night, I'll show all four of them with him. Pretty cool. So that's it for the Dark Knight's Death Metal, Speed Metal, Barry Allen Flash from the DC Multiverse McFarlane Darkest Night. Built a figure wave. Pretty cool. I got this wave for 5% off on eBay, which is why I just got it as a case value. Not a case, but you know what I mean. The set. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all next time.